Okay, so about last race of the day. Here we go. It is Hugo Tavernon in 1, Luis Rodrigo in 2, Pablo Menendez in 3, Iago de la Guerza in 4, John Hazelwood in 5, Joaquin Moreno in 6th, Samuel Marino Silva in 7, Manuel Perez in 8, Fernando Almeida in 9, Jos Orris in 10, Kim Weinhardt in 11, and Vladimir Santos in 12. Hello everyone, sorry I've kind of ignored the chat because obviously we're just having a little bit of a problem. I mean, we did have JQ I thank you for the people who've answered the questions for everyone else. So we are back again. I think we're back again in full flavour with our camera as well. After the evil heat got to me. I'm not quite sure Zach sat down at this point. So, half a minute to go. Oh, the car's flame. Which one's that? I think it's a bright orange car. I mean, this is fine. Flaming at this point is fine because you can restart. 51. 10, 11, 51. Car 51. It was car 11 who flamed apparently, which is Kim Einhardt. Out they all go again. It's quite hot. It's quite hard to keep these things running the whole time. Certainly if you go right onto the pole position, there is literally just around the corner. That's it. That you can't even see the pole position man who puts his car down. He hasn't really got the long enough run to the first corner to get round it properly. Look, just over it. There we go. So it is Hugo Tavernon, who was actually in the top 3 heats. Obviously, he's had a great practice, but not a great set of qualifiers. Interesting, if you get yourself in the wrong qualifier and they're too fast, it's actually as bad as getting yourself in the wrong qualifier and they're too slow, because you end up having to move out of the way so many times to let people through. You just lose your rhythm. So it's sometimes over qualifying in heats is actually as much of a problem as under qualifying. So Tavernon away and did a 33.7, so you kind of feel he's not in the final he should be in. So let's find out. Luis Rodrigo behind him, Pablo Menendez in 3rd, John Hazelwood in 4th. All the bump ups are kind of stay where they are. Manuel Perez is the big loser, 12 to 8. Oh, cars spinning all over the track there. There we go, flying around the back of the circuit. The sun is sort of bleaching the colour out of the track now, isn't it? If you look this way, the right hand side, we've still got a bit of colour. When you turn left where the sun is, just bleaches everything out of the picture. Second place, Luis Rodrigo. 3rd, John Hazelwood. Hazelwood making a move for her. Hazelwood is using the new Agama. This is the one with the, oops. And Tavernon made a mistake, but kind of got away with it, and it landed in such a way that he was able to keep going. So this is the brand new Agama on the hook. Draw back to 3rd place. John Hazelwood has there on camera. That is the car that's got the very low front end. It's got the kind of, oh, he's got it. He did it. He went for the double. Good lad. And it's got in the position. So Hazelwood pushing hard now. Hazelwood, one of a number of older drivers we've got who, you know, in their day were very, very good indeed, and now are just older but still know what they're doing. And Hazelwood obviously knows what he's doing as a development driver and developing that new N1 Agama. So Hazelwood in second now, behind Tavernon. I can't see where Tavernon is. Is he a long way ahead, or is he just gone as well? There's Tavernon, the white car. So Tavernon, who has got a lot of ground speed, as we saw by the fact he qualified in the top 3 heats, and can turn 33-second laps, but isn't at the moment. Hazelwood holding second. You notice there's no big shocks at the front. Can you go really close on that by any chance, Zach? I'll challenge you to get some close-up shots of it as it runs at 30 miles an hour. It doesn't have shock towers at the front or at the rear. Both the front and rear shocks are lay down. It's one of these tracks where there isn't anything really slow. But it's excellent work, Zach. There's something that aren't really slow things, but you can see that car just has a bluff front, no shocks. Thanks. You can relax now, move a bit further out. Thanks, Zach. And that is the car that's going to go into production for Agama quite soon. It's currently got a lot of 3D printed parts, which is why Lee Martin's not using it, because they are a little bit wobbly. As all 3D printed parts can be, it's because it's kind of a brittleness to the plastic and to the epoxies on the whole. But it is used for prototyping. They've prototyped it and now they're making the moulds, and the car will go into production, and they are very confident about it. So we'll see when the development driver John's got it. We'll see when the top drivers have got it as well. So Hazelwood about second and a half behind Tavernon. Let's drop back to third and fourth, who are sort of in a battle because they're within a second of each other. And that is Samuel Marino Silva in this car here with the white wing and the colourful look. And then Joel Suarez, who of course is looking for a double bump up. He bumped up from the last one, and he's looking like he's got a little bit of extra speed. So the gap running about a second and a half. But both these cars are in bump up positions. Both Silva and Suarez are in bump up positions. Still in the kind of the earliest phase, just over a quarter of the way through. First pit stops probably in about 2 laps time, possibly 3. Around them, the leads have really been gradually eked out. Tavernon is now 3.5 ahead of Hazelwood. Hazelwood's 5 seconds ahead of Silva. Joel Silva, I think, has gone up a little bit. Problem for Iago. There he is, his car being handed out. It's Iago de la Iglesias. He is in trouble. Probably mean that's going to be out of that. But actually, no. I tell you, there's actually issues indeed also for Luis Rodriguez. I think it was Luis Rodriguez's car that was flamed, whereas Iago just had a very bad lap. Pushing hard. You can see third and fourth getting much, much closer now. It's half a second. Suarez going to get into third. Getting 2 wheels and kept on. That might be the low roll centre. Oh, up the inside. Very nice. Zipped up the inside there. So that's a good overtaking manoeuvre indeed from Joel Suarez. I'm not sure how much Samuel Silva was trying to fight it. All you need to do is get in the top 4 and you bump to tomorrow. I'm going to bump to tomorrow. A little bit wide there. Tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never bumps. Oh, in for fuel. Both together. Oh, it's a fuel race. Yes. Here we go. In. Hands grab it in. It disappears in an exciting way and then comes back out again. Oh. Oh, it's all going on over there. Various cars have a kerfuffle. There's been massive kerfuffling going on, so it'll be interesting to see where that ends everything up in. Saying that Hazelwood currently scored for, as they kind of got to run out really with the fuel stops. Hazelwood currently scored first. One he's just running long. Then it's Hugo Tavernon, then Marino Silva, Juan Suarez, Pablo Menendez, Kim Einhardt. All still the only close to are Silva and Suarez. And there they are, kind of about to come past us. The two, oh, up the inside there. Silva up the inside. Running around the back of the circuit, up and down the difficult, almost 180. Oh, that element there, that big steep jump, and then the landings got harder and harder and harder. And breaking away now. Is the 7, Silva. Suarez dropped a little bit off him, as you can see. It was a lot of him, 3 seconds that time. So it's 5 seconds from Hazelwood to Tavernon on the lead now. Hazelwood obviously stopped for fuel. 3 seconds from Silva to Hazelwood, 3 seconds from Suarez to him. I think we can find car 3. We should just drop back 1 theoretically for car 3 of Menendez, Pablo Menendez. Is that who we're with? Are we with the 3 now? The Menendez machine? No, that's the 8. 0. 3 is the green, the light green car, third one down the main straight. So back, the one, that's it. No, back 2, that's it. So that is the Menendez machine. He's dropped a little bit. It's just only a second behind Suarez. And that is Suarez, a minimal mistake. So Menendez looking to go into bump ups. Car looks quite tail flippy. Difficult, that one, high jump, stop, brake, turn. And you have to carry some speed. 0 from the 3. That is your gap for the final bump up here. Half the race just over is gone in the 164th B final here at the European 1/8 F for European 1/8 Off-Road Euro 2022. The 64th B final sponsored by InvisibleSpeed.net. S-Works for your chassis requirements and RCGP for your fun and requirements in 5th, 6th and 7th of August. Come and join us at the Nemo Raceway. Oh, they're all over. Now, people who were over there was that Menendez has dropped in 4th. Suarez has rolled and dropped out, so Menendez has moved into 4th place. Oof. A little bit tight there on the switchback. So into the pits comes Menendez from 3rd. So that was quite good. Oh, there's an accident with the number 2 car of Rodrigo. They're out and going. So we've now stopped the second stop. 7 minutes to go. So everyone fueled. The people who've stopped now have fueled the end. So I think there's been later stops. I'm pretty sure that John Hazel has been stopping quite late there. Hugo Tavernon, unsurprisingly bumping up. Surprised to see him having to run again on Friday. We're with the third place man, Pablo Menendez. I say third, he's fifth now, so he's dropped into fifth, but you'll street past other people who are taking fuel. He's 2 seconds behind Samuel Silva, and 3 seconds, 4 seconds behind Joel Suarez. Currently not bumping, but I think he took fuel relatively early. I'm not too sure. The other two would need to refuel quite soon. So they drop down. There we go, all the way. So Menendez has moved back up into fourth. Hazelwood is dropping out. Hazelwood must have obviously had a problem at some point. He's obviously just in a pit stop, but he was not quite sure why he's dropped so far down. He was comfortably in second. A mistake there may see Hazelwood look to come back into play again. But I think it's more a case of some quite delayed stops. I think some people have really left it quite late to take some fuel on. Even saying that, as I watch the number 7 of Samuel Silva is taking fuel, so that's going to put him back a couple of places as he comes out of the pits. So people taking long stops. I've seen a number of people drop off. So it is Hugo Tavernon leading. He's got a nice chunky lead of 17 seconds, but that actually be more than that because Silva's no longer in second because he just took fuel. So it's whether he came out. I think he probably came out in fourth. So I think it's Menendez in second, who's on camera at the moment. Hazelwood is going to be in third, and Joel Suarez, is he going to be in fourth, or will it be Samuel Silva? There we go. Hazelwood goes. Is Silva going to come across the line? No. Will Suarez come across the line? Yes. And they both come. So they're very close together. So we now need to find Samuel Silva again in the 7 car. So it's dropped back a couple, I would think. Wait that, and then probably wait another. One of these is 7, isn't it? No, drop back. I want to go for one more. Oh, it's off the track. Over that was. Pick up a number on that car, and then we'll find out where we are overall compared to everyone else. So they're coming up past us now. That's the 8 car for fuel. That's not who he wants. And the car in the main straight now. The 7 car going in the main straight now. So that is Samuel Silva in 4th place in the bump up, 2 seconds ahead of Joel Suarez looking to double bump. It's Portugal on Portugal action, so that's fine. No favouritism asked or given in the Portuguese teams. Nope. Tavernon and Menendez. There's Hazelwood. So we are with the 4th place man. He needs to stay ahead of Joel Suarez to bump up. He's got 3 minutes to do it. Hugo Tavernon much happier in a field in which he's the fastest car. Struggled manfully in the high heat he qualified into, and probably would have been better qualifying into the 50 to 75th percentile, like heat 7, 8 and 9, rather. I think he's in 10 or 12 or something. So it's not easy. It's not always easy being up against a lot of people who are faster than you. Can be a lot of problems. Oh! That's going to cost him the position because through went Silva. Oh no, did Silva go through? It was a big lead. Did Silva go through? He did. Sorry, jumped into. Did Suarez go through past Silva? And he did. Let's see that again where it all went wrong. Just kind of fell over, falling off the. That's weird, that one, wasn't it? He just came off and then lost everything. So that's your battle now. It's Silva versus Suarez. There's Suarez in the blue ahead, currently bumping up. There's Silva. Oh, that's an aggressive jump, which worked for a second, then didn't. Menendez, Hazelwood, and Tavernon's had a massive drop. What's happened to him? Hugo Tavernon down to 3rd. Has he broken down? Where is Hugo Tavernon? Hugo Tavernon, the early favourite, and the man who was the fastest here has dropped out. He's missing officially. He's already a lap down. So Hugo Tavernon, the runaway leader and certainly the favourite to bump up, it's just not been a great event for him. He had a marvellous Wednesday. But Thursday and Friday have just been a nightmare for the Frenchman. So he drops into an out of position. That does mean that the top four are Pablo Menendez, John Hazelwood, Joel Suarez and Samuel Silva. Joaquim Moreno might be looking to bump up, but he's got a long way to go. He's a long way behind Samuel Silva. So that's massive turn. The loss of Hugo Tavernon, really bad news for him. Good news for the others. So real mixed bag for Hugo this week. But he certainly looked quick, so that's always a plus point. Okay. Driving down the hill. Suarez and Silva right together, but they are both currently bumping up, so it's not the end of the world. Hazelwood's taken the lead. So that means he will start in 9th if he stays in the lead. Menendez has a 13-second gap to Joel Suarez. He has, as you can see, a 0.8 of a second gap. Oh, a bit more now after Samuel Silva clunked that barrier. So, main story from this one is the bad luck for Hugo Tavernon breaking down whilst comfortably leading. His best lap was a 34.8, but I think it's over a second faster than anybody else. Showing the pace he showed on Wednesday afternoon, which got him into those top heats. But this is the problem with it. One of the things about nitro racing is, it's not guaranteed you're going to finish. There's so many things that can go wrong, many more than an electric car. And that's what's taken Tavernon out. Hazelwood now has finished the race. Menendez finished the race. So it's Hazelwood wins. Pablo Menendez second. This is the Suarez and Samuel Silva run to the line. There goes Suarez. There goes Samuel Silva. That's your final bump up. Kim Einhardt. Joaquim Moreno is the first unlucky one missing out. Kim Einhardt ends up 6th. Voldemar Santos is 7th. Luis Rodrigo is 8th. Manuel Perez is 9th. They were tripped, and then 3 cars didn't finish because they were broken. Hugo Tavernon, Iago de la Gazia, and Fernando Almeida. So that is it for today, before the qualifying and lower finals. We are back, believe it or not, at 8:30 tomorrow, where we start with the 1:30 seconds, and we have hours and hours of bump-up finals for you here on all the various outlets. And then, of course,